103.5 FM Ibadan. On the national news this morning, new Alafin Owade gears up for traditional rites. On the African news, federal government repatriates 390 Nigerian migrants from Niger Republic. On the foreign scene, more than 6 million in Los Angeles are in critical fire threat. In business, CBN fines banks 150 million naira each for ATM cash scarcity. And finally, in sport news, Ndidi urges mates to brace for World Cup 26 campaign. Welcome once again to the news. I am Timi Tokwedada. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has reassured Nigerians of his administration's determination to rid the country of terrorism and protect life and property. President Tinubu, who spoke during the Armed Forces Remembrance Day in Abuja yesterday, said he would not shirk in his commitment to adequately equip the security agencies to tackle insecurity. Meanwhile, at another event in Abuja, Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawale told the House of Representatives Committee on Defense that with enough funding and adequate equipment, banditry could be curbed within 2 months. Also in the news this afternoon, in a race to conclude all processes before the 4-week coronation date set by Governor Seyi Makinde, the new Alafin of Oyo, Oba Akim Owade, has begun preparation for the mandatory traditional rites. Speaking with newsmen on Tuesday, the head of Oyo Princes, Chief Mukaila Afoja, said the princes and those concerned with overseeing the Alafin's traditional rites were itching for Owade to begin the processes. According to Chief Afoja, who is Baba Iyaji of Oyo, the Alafin would visit a number of houses to offer sacrifices, make appeasement, and even sleep over at some of the houses to carry out some night rites. After these, the Alafin will then enter seclusion for the conclusion of the traditional rites within a secluded part of the Alafin Palace. And on the African news this afternoon, a fresh batch of 390 stranded Nigerian migrants has been repatriated from Niamey, Niger Republic, as part of ongoing efforts by the federal government to reintegrate citizens back into the country. The returnees, comprising 387 adult males, 2 adult females, and 1 infant boy, arrived at the Nigerian Immigration Training School, Kano, at approximately 1:05 a.m. on Tuesday. The operation marks the 3rd batch of voluntary returns facilitated by the Nigerian Mission in Niamey in collaboration with the International Organization for Migration. The federal government and the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, reiterated the government's dedication to reintegrating the returnees soon. Moving on to the foreign scene, powerful winds are prolonging the battle for firefighters combating the Los Angeles wildfires, which have killed at least 25 people. According to reports, more than 6 million people are under a critical fire threat across a large swath of Southern California, including cities outside of Los Angeles County. Meanwhile, recent data available from the 10 largest U.S. cities and other comparable departments shows that the Los Angeles Fire Department is less staffed than almost any other major city. However, experts also claim that no fire department in the world would have been able to take on the combination of factors that resulted in the blazes. Also coming from South Korea this afternoon, the impeached South Korean leader Yoon Suk-yoon has been arrested on Wednesday over his failed martial law bid, ending a weeks-long standoff with authorities and becoming the first president to be detained in the nation's history. Yoon, who faces charges of insurrection over his short-lived effort to impose martial law last month, said he would comply with investigators to avoid bloodshed. Meanwhile, a former prosecutor would lead the Conservative People Power Party (PDP) to election victory in 2022, hinted that Yoon could face the death penalty or life in jail if he is found guilty of insurrection. If you are just joining us, you are listening to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan. Do not forget to follow us on all the social media handles at Honor 103.5 FM. And you can also listen live on the Radio Garden app at Honor FM Ibadan. And now to the business report. In a clear message of zero tolerance for cash flow disruptions, the Central Bank of Nigeria has sanctioned deposit money banks for failing to make Naira notes available through automated teller machines, ATMs, during the Yellow Tuesday season. Each bank was fined 150 million naira for non-compliance in line with the CBN's cash distribution guidelines following spot checks on their branches. The enforcement action follows repeated warnings from the CBN to financial institutions to guarantee seamless cash availability, particularly during periods of high demand. Meanwhile, CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso had earlier underscored the CBN's commitment to maintaining a robust cash buffer to meet Nigerians' needs. In entertainment news for this afternoon, American rapper Cardi B has revealed that her divorce from fellow rapper Offset is yet to be finalized because he refused to sign the papers. The WAP hitmaker disclosed this during a recent social media live stream where she blasted the Migos rapper for not getting Christmas gifts for their kids. Recall that Cardi B welcomed her third child with Offset last year, despite confirming her separation from the Migos star in December 2023 and filing for divorce, according to reports. And finally, in sport news for this afternoon, Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has tasked his teammates to utilize the facelift the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualification tickets has provided and ensure they channel all their energies to the remaining 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Ndidi, who admitted the players put themselves in precarious situation, warned that failure to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup would be a massive setback for Nigerian football. Ndidi said as much in a conversation with his Super Eagles teammate Kenneth Omero on X as he dwelled on team's difficult position in the qualifiers. Meanwhile, the Super Eagles are currently 5th in Group C with 3 points, even as they're set to play Rwanda in Kigali on March 17 and at home to Zimbabwe in Uyo 7 days later. And that'll be all for now on the World News at noon at Ono 103.5 FM Ibadan. Before we go, here is a recap of the major stories. On the national news this afternoon, we informed you that the new Alaafin Owade has begun to gear up for his traditional rites. On the African scene, federal government has repatriated 390 Nigerian migrants from Niger Republic. On the foreign scene, more than 6 million in Los Angeles are in critical fire threat. In business, CBN has fined banks 150 million naira each for ATM cash scarcity. And in sport, Ndidi has urged his mates to brace up for World Cup 26 campaign. For eyewitness reports, news mentions, and news commercials, contact the Honor FM newsroom at 0817-675-5555 or 0913-600-1035. You can also visit our website at www.honorfm1035.net for more information. The news was compiled and edited by Anolu Akpo Idowu. I am Temi Tokpedada. Thanks for listening.
And that was the news on Honor.